Hi YouTube, it's Queen Pam Elon QP here on the YT, and I am constructing a card today, and it's rather involved, and I want to sort of do this for my own memory. So I'm going to tell you what I did. I have taken a piece of paper and I have cut it at 5.5 by 11, and I am going to now score it at 5.5, and I'm going to score it also at 2 3/4. It's going to be an easel card, so I'm going to fold it and then fold it so that it stands as an easel card. I'm going to crease it with my bone folder so that I get a good crease in both places. Now it's going to be an easel card that has an aperture with a butterfly in it. So what I want to do now is decide my pattern paper, and I'm going to glue my pattern paper onto the front, and I'll be back. I have adhered my paper down, and now I am just going to trim it up with my scissors, turning it over to the back side and cutting it off, folding it here and cutting it off. And now I'm going to fold it again on the score line and give it a good crease so that it stays well. I'm using a silicone, or no, a Teflon bone folder, because I like it that it doesn't mar your paper. Now I'm going to also use Spellbinder's Labels 4 die, and I'm going to choose not the largest one, but the next to largest one, and I am going to center it on my score line and tape it in place. I'll be back after I die cut. Okay, I have cut out using the Labels 4 die through several layers of cardstock. So if I do this again in the future, I will probably not adhere my pattern paper to the cardstock until after I cut it out. I will cut them separately because it was very difficult to get this to come out. Now the next cut I need to make, I'm going to keep all those pieces because we're going to use them. The next cut I need to make is from Spellbinder's Labels 4 Gold, or Gold Label 4, and also from Labels 4. So I've got them lined up on my paper, and I glued them because you're going to need to cut 2. I'm going to cut one out of pattern paper and one out, well, I'm going to cut 2 out of pattern paper, and I'll be back. Okay, I think I have all my die cuts. While I was there, I took the opportunity to cut out some 2mm thick black foam because I'm going to use it to pop something up. So I've got my 2 pieces out of designer paper or pattern paper. There's a scrap. This is also a scrap. I'm going to get out of the way if my fingernails will let me. And I'm going to show you how I began the construction of this card. Okay. Nope, I need to cut my butterflies. So I think I'm going to use this paper. So I will fold it in half and take my die. Hopefully my die will cut both pieces. Oop, they flew across the room, but yeah, it cut him. And since that worked and I had success, I will try it again because I think I'll put 2 butterflies. Maybe. We'll see. This is the Martha Stewart Royal Butterfly, and the pattern paper I'm using is Studio Calico's Memoir. Put that away, or out of the way. Okay, so we have our butterflies, and somewhere on my desk is a piece of filament. And filament is just clear thread. For a fishing line, you can use either one. And I'm going to prepare my butterflies. First of all, I'm going to make sure that they will fit, and they will, in the space. So I'm going to take some glossy accents. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to measure out my filament approximately, because I'm going to need 2 pieces of it. Or, no, I think I'll just, yeah, I will do 2 pieces of it. So I need a piece that long, and another piece, approximately the length of the opening of the aperture. I'm going to get my glossy accents, because you want this to hold really well. You don't want your butterflies to come off of the filament. And I'm putting some just on the butterfly body. And I'm going to take my piece of filament. I'm going to want one up kind of high. This isn't working so good because I'm on camera. I did it already off camera. And then I just glued it together. I'm going to get this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Don't know that you'll be able to see what I'm doing anyway because there's filament. See how it's kind of see-through? And I basically am sandwiching it in between the butterfly with the glossy accents. So I'm going to do the other one. And let me tell you, do not take your eye off this filament. It will get away from you. And now that I'm pretty sure I have everything where I want it, I'm going to add some more. Well, I was. My glossy accents has dried up. Okay. Get everything back lined up. That side. And also do this side. Keeping the filament in the center. In the center. Put a little more glue on this one. And we can set those aside for a second. And start to glue them on to whichever side. I've decided that this is going to be my front. So I'm going to glue my butterflies to this one. So just kind of decide where you want to have them. And I'm going to want one blue, one face. I'm going to have them both facing as blue. Yeah. And you need some tape, because tape makes this easier. I had the tape, so I'm going to pause while I find the tape. Nope, here's the tape. Found it, and I'm going to tear off a piece and put it across here, because that's going to be my top. So I've got my tape, and I'm going to expose my tape. Well, now when you have no fingernails, it's really hard to do the tape thing. Okay, there's the tape. Got the tape. This one over here. Got it down. And this one I'm going to have be lower. Got it down, but also have my finger. So gonna put another piece of tape. Uh-oh. Came loose. That's a problem. I'll be right back after I figure out how to fix that, or either cut some more butterflies. Change of plans. There won't be two butterflies dangling. There'll just be one, and one will come in from the side. And what I had to do was take my tape and get another piece and lay it over that piece of the string, because I couldn't get it to stay attached. And I'm going to do it same thing here at the bottom. Put a piece of tape, but this time I'm putting it over the string, pulling the string nice and tight and burnishing the tape. Okay, so here you can see the butterfly will dangle. And what I'm going to do to this one is just put him off to the side at the bottom of my design with some glossy accents. Gonna probably have to clean this nozzle, because it is becoming a pain today, but only because I'm on the camera. Doesn't do it when I'm not. Okay, so now we have two butterflies in our opening. Okay, and I'm going to cut off the filament where it is too long above my design. Same thing on this side. Well, okay, finally got that. Wow. Riveting. I will probably speed that up. So now how you put it on the card is, I could use tape. Tape will make this quicker because it will dry faster. No, I'm not going to use tape because I need wiggle. I need to be able to wiggle, so I'm going to use a fine line glue, because what it does is gives you a few minutes of wiggle. And I'm not going to glue on this piece because I won't know where to stop, so I'm going to glue on my card base right up near that aperture. Just follow it around. And then I'm going to take my piece and line it up. so that none of the base card is showing, and it's on there. Just like that. So now my card, my butterflies are flying in my card. But to fix the back and to cover up all this ugly, we are going to glue this piece on. And glossy accents, we're finished with you. Close you up. And we'll go back to the fine line because it's cooperating today. I just put some all around it. And match it up. And this is why you want the wiggle room, because you really want to be able to match this up. And there it is, and then basically the rest is just left to decorate the bottom of your card. And this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my tape runner. Use my tape runner and adhere it to a piece of pattern paper, and I think I will do this one. Use the tape runner again. Not sure why that's smaller, but it is. It's okay, because I used the same die. It's slightly smaller. I'm going to set that aside because I want a pattern paper base. That'll compete too much. Too much, well, sort of like the card. Too much, I think. Yeah, we'll go with the blue one. And this is a 5.5 by 5.5. I'll be right back after I cut it. I decided not to have to try to match it up exactly, so I cut it a little bit smaller on both sides. I just want to make sure that's going to get in there even. And it is. Now you want to bend your card back and press here so that this will lay flat when you put it in the envelope, but still pop up. And decide where you want your bumper. And that's where I'm going to put mine. And then I use this other piece just up here as decoration. So decide where you want them, adhere them down, and that's your card. You can stamp your greeting or write something on it. As always, I leave you in the hands of the creator. I will add a picture of my final card at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that, but thanks for watching.